Proverbs chapter 14, verse 4 in the NLT. Without oxen, a stable stays clean, but you need a strong ox for a large harvest. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kabadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the icons that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. This is going to be a quick lesson on the way to camp. All right, yesterday I had brought it out, about a large harvest. All right, and I mentioned on, I just want to land back a little bit off it, get a little bit more clarification on basically, you can't twiddle your thumbs in a ministry. Okay, it's required of every man to work their work, all right, according to their lot, all right, to add into the building of this third and final temple, all right, that we may dwell and rest, that we may dwell in peace and rest forever. All right, so we working the work now while it is day, okay, because the night coming when no man can work. So this is our last chance to actually put forth works of the Lord, all right, because in the kingdom of heaven there won't be any work, all right, the laboring. That's why he say hate not laborers work, because we're working for the last time, all right. And you got to have a mindset of when you come into the ministry that it's going to be called upon you to add to the building of this temple, man. That's why the Lord brought you around, all right? And you can't pick your position. You can't pick your talent, all right? If it was so, then brothers will all, pick the same talents, man. But we was given our portion according to our lots that we have to add unto the house of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man, okay? And be diligent in doing so, all right? Be fervent in the spirit, knowing that the Lord have called you, all right, into this glorious ministry, man, to, help forward the kingdom of heaven, man. But I had started off with that 14 and 4, Proverbs 14 and 4 in the NLT. I read it again. It says, without oxen, a stable stays clean, but you need a strong ox for a large harvest. And this ministry is very large, man, okay? According to the book of Matthew, to prove that this is a large harvest, and that's why we're labeled as husbandmen, all right, in the eyes of the Lord. And he called us forth to plow, man, to plow in righteousness, man, okay? See that? You are sowing righteousness, and then you're going to reap in mercy, okay? So there's a work, man, all right? Be instant in season, out of season. So we're never off duty, technically, man. There's no breaks. There's no in between. We are always on the job, man. Okay? This is Matthew 9. Like I said, it won't be long. Get straight to the point here. This is Matthew 9 and 37. It says, then said he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. You see? And that harvest is where we're going to get our latter rain at, man. Okay, and that's why we're, we're working in the rain, mud, sleet, snow, summer, hot, right? We got to just continuously work, okay, until the Lord call us to render us our reward, our payments, man. Okay? And you're going to have to turn in your work in order to get a payment or receive a reward of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. Okay? And you're going to have works. You're going to have labors. Those don't save you alone. All right? But you're going to have that. That's part of your salvation, man. Okay? Like it's percentages of things that, actually add up to the total reward that you'll receive. That plays a great percentage or a role in the rewards we're going to receive, all right? But it says, then said unto the disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Now let's get this word plenteous here, right? Remember, you need a strong ox for a large harvest, man. That's why the Lord imbued in us faith, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, okay? All the tools we need to actually be able to totally, commit ourselves into the ministry, man. That's why Paul said he have addicted himself to the ministry, man. Right? This that word plenty is right here. Polis, or poly. That's where you get poly from, which is many, much, large. You see that? See that? A large. So the harvest is large. It's much work to do, right? But the laborers are few, because the Lord called a remnant to actually be able to plow in this. So it's a special calling, man. Right? In order to be chosen, you have to be called. So calling is the first, it's the finding you out, you're Israelite, and we the chosen people of the Lord. Okay, that's a beautiful calling. We don't take that for granted, but that's not the end of ultimately perfecting yourself as a true Israelite of the Most High. All right. See, there's a Israel of the Most High, which is the elect, man. Okay. It says, "Pray ye therefore the Yahweh of the harvest, or the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth labors into his harvest," man. Now remember, I had mentioned in John 9:4, it says, "I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work." You see that? All right. And so you can't have your hands folded, because we're at the end of the ministry. And if you don't work now, you'll never get the opportunity to work for the Lord, man. So if you're on the fence about, actually coming out and wondering how you're going to fit in, what you going to bring to the camp, well, you're going to have to move in the spirit, man. You're going to need the spirit to move upon you, all right? That it'll bring you forth, all right? That you can labor, man. And every man that comes, he's going to labor, in the spirit in which the Lord gave unto him. Okay, we understand that. But if you're on you've heard this word, you've learned it, you know it. Now it's time to come and teach and labor truly in it, man. Matthew 20:3. I'm gonna start at 2. Well, I'm gonna start at 1. "For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard." You see? "And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard." Right? And that penny is not indicative of what we'll actually receive to the kingdom of heaven. It's like a metaphor. All right? Because this labor that we're doing, we're not getting much for it, so to say, instantaneously, or right away, should I say. So it's like we're not to get a penny, basically it's like not getting anything. Okay? But I'll further explain. It says, "And he went about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. Again he went out about the 6th hour and the 9th hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle? See? Work the work while it is day. It says, they say unto him, because no man had hired us, he said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive. See? So when eve was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, Call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first, because we all gonna receive it if you come. Right? This ministry is not a lot of men in the doing the ministry, but all right, it's the men that's called to do it. You see? It says, and when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. Right? So, hey man, if you're a diligent brother, you're on the side, hey man, pray to the Lord to quicken your spirit, that you may join, man, so you can add, into your spiritual bank account, man. You wanna be in the game, man. You want to be making a spiritual contribution, man, to this championship we about to receive, man. You know? But that pretty much was the point. I'm about to pull up at camp. You know, so hey, no more sitting on your hands, man. All right? Get in that spirit of being a spiritual ox and working for the Father until he, you know, he shut the job down and we received that which was promised unto us. So with that, you know, Lord willing, it was edifying. Till next time I say shalom.